Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I feel like it's been absolutely ages since I've done a video. I have been travelling so much this past 3 months. I'm sure if you keep up with my Instagram, then you'll see I've been in Russia, Madrid, the Netherlands, New York. It's been a real kind of whirlwind tour of the world. So I'm not complaining though. However, it is very good to be back on my channel, and I have a very exciting video to be back with. I am doing a look today with the new NARSissist palette. So this is the Wanted palette. It's available exclusively in our new Kings Road boutique on the 16th of December. So you can get it there exclusively if you want it before Christmas. If not, then it will be available nationwide from the 15th of January. So stay tuned and I'll show you how I created this look with the new palette. So the palette comes like this. It's in a really beautiful metallic silver box, and it's got this gorgeous visual on the front of the box of these kind of pixelated eyes, and then you open the box, and the same again. So a real beautiful visual on the front here. It's like the most amazing kind of autumnal rusty red eye makeup, all pixelated again, and the back as well. Beautiful kind of silver mirrored packaging. I'm really into this. It feels a little bit lighter than the loaded palette that we did before, and a little bit less bulky, so a bit more streamlined to fit in your handbag. And then the big reveal, this is the eyeshadow palette. So it comes with this really lovely decal on the front, Are You a Narcissist? And then these are the colours. So this palette, it has a mixture of different textures in it. So you've got these really beautiful kind of rich, buttery, intense matte shadows. You've got a few kind of satin shadows in there, and then you've got these incredible, don't know whether the camera's picking up on that, but these really amazing kind of glitter, really sparkly eyeshadows as well. So I'm going to do a little video for you. I'm probably going to do a little bit of a smoky eye with these. It's called the Wanted palette because it definitely is going to be most wanted. There's so many amazing shades in here, really great forever colours that you just generally would want to wear all the time. I don't think there's any single colour in this palette that you wouldn't use. So yeah, let's crack on. I am going to begin with using the smudge proof shadow base for my eye makeup, because I just want to really show you how beautiful and intense these pigments are. And the smudge proof base is great because it really just picks up every single little bit of colour if you're going to wear eyeshadow, and it's just going to show these pigments off really incredibly well. So I'm just applying that all over the lid. Make sure when you apply this you get it really close to the lash line, and take it right up to the brow, because it literally is like glue and it will just kind of hold on to anything that is on the lid. So make sure that you prime every little inch of the eyelid perfectly well. So that's the smudge proof shadow base, both eyes. So let's go in with some lash curlers and give the lashes a good curl. Curling your lashes is like putting your underwear on. It's one of those things that you shouldn't skip, unless you like not wearing underwear. But yeah, you shouldn't skip curling your lashes, because it just really opens the eye up and is kind of the perfect start for any eye makeup look. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of loose powder as well. So this is Eden in the loose powder, just to kind of dust over the lid. I always like using loose powder before I apply any eyeshadows, even with the smudge proof shadow base, because I just feel that it's easier to blend the eyeshadows when you put a little bit of powder on. And it also just kind of takes away any remaining redness from the eyelid. I've already done my brows, but what I do as well is I always kind of put a little bit just kind of here, just over the brow, because number one, your brows here can always get a little bit oily, and if you put it at the end as well, when you apply your brow product, it'll just stop the brow product from moving throughout the day. So let's go in first with a little bit of, I think I'm just going to go right in with this colour here, which is called Seven Heaven. So this is a one of those kind of buttery matte textures, and let's just go in with the same brush actually. I'm just going to go over the eyelid. Oh, gorgeous. This is one of those amazing kind of biscuity nude shades that looks great every single day. You can just literally put on and suits any eye colour, and will just really kind of add some warmth to your eye makeup. Loving this. The application is, I mean, if you've got the loaded palette already, you'll know that the new formula eyeshadows are just extremely kind of velvety, really buttery, and you get a real gorgeous kind of high colour payoff and high impact from them. And you certainly do with this. That is so gorgeous. Let's do the other eye. And then on the inner corner, I'm going to go for some of this lovely little shade. This is called Shooting Star. Obsessed with the names. Now this is kind of that glittery texture. So they feel quite wet actually when you kind of press them with your finger. Look at that though. The most incredible colour payoff. Yeah, they feel quite wet, so you can apply it with your finger. I might actually just do that rather than use a brush. And then use a brush to blend it. Oh, hello. Wow, look at that. You can see that, but that is so, so intense and sparkly. Loving that. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that just on the inner corner. I've got quite deep sockets, so highlighting my eyes in this way really helps to bring them out and just add a little bit more light to my eyes. Gorgeous. Okay, so that's Shooting Star. The next colour I'm going to go in with is this one, which is Temptress. So this is, it's the matte texture again. And I mean, this is like, I saw this and I was like, whoa, that is one of my forever colours. I'm obsessed with like these kind of red tones for the eyes. And I'm just going to take that on a 45 smudge brush. And I'm just going to use that underneath, just to kind of give my eye some definition. This is so, so gorgeous. If you're a fan of these kind of tones, which I think everyone is at the moment and has been for a while, then you're gonna absolutely love this palette, because it is kind of predominantly shades around this kind of spectrum. Loving that. Then I'm just going to take my buffing brush and I'm just going to soften and kind of smudge that. If you all know the way I do eye makeup, I always like to just kind of wing it up a little bit just to make my eyes look a little bit more almond. And then on the smudge brush, I'm actually going to take this gorgeous shade and just kind of pencil in the crease just a little bit, just to create a nice kind of sharp, defined line. And then now I've got that on, we're going to go in with this shade here, which is called Shadow Hill. It's kind of a real gorgeous ochre tone. Obsessed with ochre tones, I absolutely love them. And I'm just going to blend that just into that socket as well, just over the Temptress shade, just to kind of soften and diffuse it out. And then going in with a little bit more Temptress, and I'm going to go in with my fluffy brush again. I'm just going to put a little bit just on that outer edge, just because I absolutely love this shade. Definitely think this is going to be the one that disappears the quickest in this palette for me. And then I'm going to use a smudge brush again, the number 45, and I'm going to take it into Coconut Grove here. So Coconut Grove already exists in our eyeshadow range. It's a really great dark brown black, and it's just great for kind of, you know, smoking up an eye. It's not as harsh as black, which I like, but it still gives you the depth. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this just along my lash line, just to kind of create a bit of depth and intensity. And as always, just a kind of little kick up, just to keep that kind of almond eye shape going. And then underneath, just with the Coconut Grove again, just to add a bit of depth to the lower lash line. And then I'm just going to go over that with some of the Temptress eyeshadow, just to blend it out a little bit. Then, using my finger, I have been dying to put this one on. This one here is called Mendoza, and this is one of those amazing kind of wet feel, glittery textures. So I'm going to use this on my finger, and I'm just going to press this just here. Tiny bit of fallout, but that's okay. This is so, so gorgeous. It kind of gives a little bit of a wet look to the eye. I'm loving this. And then my ever favourite Minor Co-Liner. We're just going to put this on the bottom of the eye, on the inner waterline. And then I'm just going to take it on the upper waterline too. And then Audacious Mascara. So I'm going to coat both sides of the lash. And then just to tidy up, I'm going to go in with my Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I'm going to use it on a brush actually today. So the brush that I use for this is the number 12. And I am just going to clean up any fallout from the eyeshadows, which has been quite minimal to be honest. They're actually really gorgeously, really gorgeous eyeshadows. When you use them with the base, they don't really tend to give you that much fallout, which is good. And then I am just going to go in with some Laguna bronzer. And on the lips, I will use some Morocco lip pencil. I am loving this lip pencil again. It's kind of having a little bit of a revival moment with me at the minute. Just going to go over the lip line. I always like to overdraw my lips a little bit. And then just fill the whole lip in. And then another product that's hot on my revival list at the minute, Stripped Velvet Lip Glide. I just love, love, love this shade. It's like the perfect beige nude. And I'm also loving a bit more of a glossy texture at the minute, so my lips do get a bit dry in the winter, so this is perfect. So that is my finished look with the NARSissist Wanted palette. I think this palette is probably the best palette that we have ever launched. For a few reasons. I think the colours in this are just so beautiful. The kind of reddy, russet, really warm kind of colours in this I think will suit absolutely every eye colour. I think it's all those colours that us guys and girls absolutely love at the moment. And just the textures as well. I'm really, really loving these amazing kind of glittery metallic textures. When you use them with your finger, it kind of gives a bit of a wet look to the eye. And yeah, great to see one of my old favourites, Coconut Grove, which is that one there, in the palette as well. So just, I mean, all around an amazing, amazing palette. As much as I love this, and I think that one will be the first to go, I think all of the colours in this, I think you will all wear equally. I don't think there'll be anything in this palette that you won't wear, which is always a problem, right? When you get a palette, you always tend to kind of use 2 or 3 colours out of it and then forget the rest. I really don't think this is going to be the case with this one. On top of that, amazing, amazing packaging. It's just so gorgeous. This will be available in the new NARS King Street boutique, which is in Chelsea. That is opening on the 16th of December, so exclusively available in the boutique there. And then it will be released nationwide on the 15th of January. So I think if you love NARS, if you love palettes, then this is 100% the only palette that you're going to need for the first half of the year. It is so gorgeous. Stay tuned anyway. If you would like to see more videos like this on the channel, then please do let me know. I'll probably do a bit of a Christmas look with this palette as well because I love it so much. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'll see you very soon. Bye.